Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 22nd of February. Indian Prime Minister Modi receives Seoul Peace Prize for 2018. Grand Council meet Loya Jirga cannot resolve Afghan conflict, says Hekmatyar. And drones steal the show at Aero India-2019. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on Friday conferred the Seoul Peace Prize for 2018 in recognition of his efforts in promoting global peace and harmony through inclusive economic growth and improving quality of life. India and South Korea also signed 6 agreements to boost bilateral cooperation between the two countries.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday received the prestigious Seoul Peace Prize for 2018 in recognition of his efforts in promoting global peace and harmony through inclusive economic growth and improving quality of life. The award was presented to him by the Seoul Peace Prize Foundation at a grand ceremony in the South Korean capital. The Seoul Peace Prize was established in 1990 to crystallize Korean people's yearning for peace on the Korean peninsula and in the rest of the world.
The time has come for all those who believe in humanity to join hands to completely eradicate terrorist networks and their financing, supply channels and counter terrorist ideology and propaganda. Only by doing so can we replace hate with harmony, destruction with development, and transform the landscape of violence and vendetta into a postcard for peace.
Earlier in the day, the Indian Prime Minister was accorded a ceremonial guard of honor at the official residence of the South Korean President in Seoul. Prime Minister Modi and South Korean President Moon Jae-in later witnessed the signing of 6 agreements, which includes cooperation in media, police and startups, among others. Bilateral trade between India and South Korea is currently $21 billion, and the target that both the countries have set is $50 billion by the year 2030.
India's Water Resources Minister Nitin Gadkari said on Thursday that India has decided to stop the flow of water to Pakistan from its share in the rivers under the Indus Water Treaty. This comes a week after India hiked the excise duty on imports to 200% in the wake of a terror attack in its Jammu and Kashmir province, which was claimed by a Pakistan-based terror group.
India has decided to stop the flow of water to Pakistan from its share in the rivers under the Indus Water Treaty, regulating river flows between the two nations, India's Transport and Water Resources Minister Nitin Gadkari said on Thursday. The minister said India will divert water from eastern rivers and supply it to its people in Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab provinces. This comes after India revoked Pakistan's status as the most favoured nation and hiked the excise duty on imports to 200% last week. The move came after a Pakistan-based terror outfit claimed an attack in India's Jammu and Kashmir province that killed 40 paramilitary police personnel on February 14th.
जो हमारी 3 नदियां पाकिस्तान को मिली थी, 3 भारत को मिली थी, हमारे 3 नदियों के अधिकार का पानी पाकिस्तान में जा रहा था। अब हम उस पर भी 3 प्रोजेक्ट करके ये पानी भी वापस यमुना में ला रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, ripple effects of the decision to hike the excise duty on imports to 200% were seen on truck operators and local shopkeepers on the Indian side at the Attari border on Thursday. The roads were deserted and trucks were lined up and parked on the roadside. Local roadside eateries were closed.
All trade organizations, जितनी भी इंडो पाक ट्रेड रिलेटेड एसोसिएशंस हैं, हम कलेक्टिवली गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का ये डिसीजन इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द नेशन, वी वेलकम दिस, वी स्टैंड विद द गवर्नमेंट ऑन दिस डिसीजन. ट्रेड इस वक्त जो है वो इंपोर्ट बिल्कुल बंद कर दी गई है और ट्रेडर्स इनफैक्ट खुद ही नहीं ट्रेड कर रहे ड्यूटीज़ के नोटिफिकेशन के बाद। एक्सपोर्ट ऑलरेडी पिछले 2 सालों से थ्रू द लैंड रूट पाकिस्तान ने बैन की हुई थी। सो ट्रेड हैज़ ऑलमोस्ट कम टू अ स्टैंड स्टिल।
The Kashmir terror attack chilled long frosted relations between India and Pakistan, with India accusing Pakistan of failing to crack down on terror groups operating from its soil and saying it would work to isolate Islamabad diplomatically.
In news from Afghanistan, Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, leader of Afghanistan's Hizb-e-Islami party, on Thursday said the planned consultative Loya Jirga or Grand Council meet on peace will not help resolve the stalemate in the country. The traditional assembly will be held in mid-March to discuss views around peace talks.
Leader of Afghanistan's Hizb-e-Islami party, Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, who is also running for president in July 20th elections, on Thursday said the planned consultative Loya Jirga or Grand Council meet on peace will not help resolve the stalemate in the country. A former warlord, Hekmatyar, said the war will continue until there is a neutral and sovereign government in Afghanistan without any links to a foreign country. He expressed presence of foreign troops in Afghanistan is also one of the reasons which is prolonging the war in the country. Talking on the intra-Afghan dialogue, he asked the Taliban to honor the call by the Afghan government for direct talks. This comes 10 days after President Ashraf Ghani called for a grand consultative Jirga, a traditional assembly on the peace process in the country, amid Washington's diplomatic efforts to facilitate direct talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban. On Wednesday, Ghani's special envoy for consensus on peace, Mohammad Omar Daudzai, said the Jirga will be held over 4 days, from March 17th to 20th, and that the participants will share views around the peace talks.
More on news from Afghanistan. Locals in Afghanistan's Khost province have claimed the Taliban is preventing local clerics from leading funerals of slain soldiers. Relatives of the soldiers said clerics in the province refuse to perform funeral prayers for fallen soldiers as they face threats from the terror group.
Residents of Khost in Afghanistan claimed on Thursday that some clerics in the province refused to perform funeral prayers for fallen soldiers due to Taliban threats. Some clerics in Khost also confirmed and said they cannot conduct prayer services at funerals because of the Taliban. Meanwhile, the Council of Religious Scholars in Khost too confirmed the problem.
د په د ویلې چې بیا موږ ته هلته غرونو ته چې لاړ شو دوی غرونو کې هم کورونه لري هلته موږ ته مشکل جوړېده یا داسې و بیا موږ ورته ویلې چې خو بیا دلته ورته موږ لیدله چې د غرونه هم په دولت کې وو.
Previously, similar reports were received from Paktia province where the clerics also refused to perform funeral prayers for dead security force members. In the past, Taliban has reportedly on several accounts attacked or issued death threats against clerics who disagree with its interpretation of Islam and those who denounce its interpretation of war as illegitimate.
Hundreds turned up for an army recruitment drive held in Baramulla district of India's Jammu and Kashmir. A week after a major terror attack in the province killed at least 40 paramilitary police personnel.
A recruitment drive was held earlier this week in Baramulla district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province, where hundreds of youth came to join the Indian Army. The young men were seen undergoing different tests for around 111 different posts in the security force. The recruitment camp aimed at solving the unemployment problem plaguing the province while also curbing militancy.
ये हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छी बात है क्योंकि हम बाहर भी नहीं जा सकते हैं, अब्रॉड नहीं जा सकते हैं, हम फाइनेंशियल कोई प्रॉब्लम है या घरेलू डोमेस्टिक कोई प्रॉब्लम है हमें, तो हमें ये जो प्रोवाइड हो रहा है आर्मी की तरफ से बहुत अच्छा है हमारे लिए, बहुत ये मतलब हमारे लिए हम कह सकते हैं इसको कि बहुत ही ब्राइट है ये सर.
कश्मीर की हालत जब बढ़ती होगी, कंटिन्यू ये काम चलेंगे, एडजस्टमेंट जॉब मिलेगी, उससे ये होता है कि बेरोजगारी भी खत्म और हालात भी पीसफुल होते हैं.
This comes a week after the northern province witnessed a deadly terror attack in Pulwama district which killed at least 40 paramilitary police personnel. The attack was claimed by Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed terror group.
A wildlife sanctuary in India's eastern Odisha province has become a tourist hotspot with many people coming in every day to see rare white crocodiles. The sanctuary is also home to python, king cobra and different species of migratory birds.
Bhitarkanika Wildlife Sanctuary in India's eastern Odisha province has become a tourist hotspot with many people coming every day to see rare white crocodiles, locally referred to as sankhwa. The wildlife officials say the sanctuary is home to 1,742 saltwater crocodiles and their prized possessions are 2 white crocodiles. Tourists who come to the sanctuary enjoy boat ride besides cherishing the sighting of rare white crocodiles and the natural beauty of the sanctuary.
ये तो नेशनल पार्क डिक्लेरेशन अभी हुआ, उससे पहले सैंक्चुअरी का डिक्लेरेशन हुआ था. इसका प्रोटेक्शन जो अच्छे तरह से हुआ, इसके हिसाब से उसका ज़्यादा हो गया, 1742 हो गया, 90 के आसपास था पहले 1975 में, अभी उससे बढ़कर 1742 हो गया.
तो रास्ते में बहुत अच्छा हमको देखने मिला, इवन क्रोकोडाइल भी देखने मिला है और अंदर जाके अब देखेंगे कि बहुत अच्छा, सुने हैं लोगों से कि बहुत अच्छा देखने मिलेगा क्रोकोडाइल का और नेचुरल ब्यूटी, तो वो हम देखेंगे और एंजॉय करेंगे.
Apart from 2 white crocodiles, the sanctuary also hosts water monitors, python, king cobra, migratory birds and a number of mammalian species including spotted and sambar deer, wild boar and fishing cats.
A first-of-its-kind drone Olympics was organized on Thursday during the ongoing Aero India show in India's southern Bengaluru city. More than 120 teams from different countries displayed their unmanned aerial vehicles during the event.
A first-of-its-kind drone Olympics was organized on Thursday during the ongoing Aero India show 2019 in India's southern Bengaluru city. More than 120 teams from India, Israel, Ukraine and many other countries displayed their quadcopters, hexacopters, single and multi-rotors and even delivery unmanned aerial vehicles in the competition. The drones participating in the competition were judged on the parameters of stealth, maximum height, vertical takeoff and landing stability and payload capacity.
So first time in our country we are organizing the drone Olympics. And the idea was to look at where we are in terms of drone manufacturing in our country, not just the drones manufacturing but also the payloads and their functioning. And very happy to tell you that we have had a very good response.
India is the market for drones and India is the next manufacturer for drones. So this drone Olympic will bring it into focus.
India is the second top importer of drones, bringing in nearly 13% of the total unmanned aerial vehicle or UAV market. From high-tech expensive military drones to toys, the commercial space of UAVs is large and is used for basic surveillance, photography, site inspections, monitoring crops and collecting geographical data.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister Modi receives Seoul Peace Prize for 2018. Grand Council meet, Loya Jirga cannot resolve Afghan conflict, says Hekmatyar. And drones steal the show at Aero India 2019. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.